Hey, James, welcome back to the channel. So glad you are here. Please remember to keep the guy from Not By Sight News in your prayers. Uh, his wife had a stroke, and so he just refers to himself as Blind Christian Guy. I wish he would just say at least his first name. But if you want, you could say, pray for Blind Christian Guy's wife. It really stinks when someone you love is not feeling well, because your heart goes out for them. There's almost a part of you that wishes you could trade places. So I get it. I should be more excited. I just wish, thankfully there's nothing too big as far as news going on, because big news means, unfortunately, that somebody else got hurt, and we don't want that. Just because I run a YouTube channel doesn't mean I'm desperate for content. But I've been thinking a lot lately about the whole Southwest Believers Conference and that whole silly video of Kenneth Copeland bragging about all these fancy watches and stuff. And if you notice, a lot of these TV preachers talk about their money and Creflo Dollar has a jet, and Jesse Duplantis has a couple jets, and Kenneth Copeland has several jets, and it's just interesting. I've also been told your best ministry, if you're in ministry, you're thinking about going into ministry, this applies to you. Your best ministry is going to be an overflow of your personal Bible study. You have to be in the Bible and studying and reading and learning and growing, and that's how God's going to show you things. And I was listening to my audio Bible on the way to work, and I was listening to Matthew 12, and one of my favorite verses in the entire Bible's here. So I think this is appropriate to share today, because this is the 600th video that I've done on this channel. So I'm kind of celebrating with fireworks and not really. This shirt's just really comfortable. But I think Matthew 12 gives a good explanation as to why these people talk about their planes and all this other stuff. And I know some people are critical of Joyce Meyer, but she's the exception to the rule, and I'll explain what I mean in a second. Actually, there's something else about Joyce Meyer I want to talk about. Matthew 12, let's put it up on the screen. I've got my iPad in front of me. So it says here, either make the tree good and its fruit good, or make the tree bad and its fruit bad. For the tree is known by its fruit. You brood of vipers, how can you speak good things when you are evil? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So I want to focus on that. Well, there's two things. Number one, the fruit. The reason it's such a shocking thing to discover that Robert Morris didn't have an affair with a young lady, it was with a minor, allegedly. Not allegedly. Cindy Clemishire came out and told us what happened. The fact that these TV preachers talk about their houses and the cars, and Jesse Duplantis actually corrected somebody and said, I'm not a millionaire, I'm a multi-millionaire. The pride and the braggadociousness of that statement, it's just not healthy. Jesus oftentimes slept outside during his traveling ministry days. And yet you're bragging about a mansion. It doesn't add up. It's like 2 + 2 = potato. And then he says, out of the overflow, where am I at? I'm sorry. For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. I think that's why a lot of these ministers brag about stuff. I mean, granted, if you believe that God is the one that made you prosperous, and look at all the stuff, so God must be blessing me. If that's your mentality, it would make more sense if you praise God. And they do sometimes. But I just think it's out of balance. It's just completely out of balance. Now, why is Joyce Meyer the exception to the rule? Well, as a parent, I would love to be able to do what she did. Joyce Meyer, yes, bought herself a big house. But she also bought all 4 of her kids a house. Whether you like her teaching or not, I think that's cool. I got 3 grown daughters. One's still in college, but as long as she doesn't change her major again, she'll finish next year. I love my youngest. I love all of them. They're wonderful, wonderful people. But if I could genuinely say, if I genuinely had the money where I could buy my kids, excuse me, if I could buy them a place to live, I'd do it in a heartbeat. And I think most people watching this channel would do the same. So, and some people criticized Joyce Meyer because she bought a Mercedes S-Class. Well, if you're going to buy a luxury car, if you're going to buy something that's going to last a long time, that's probably a good choice. I personally would have bought a Lexus LS460, or you can actually get a decent used LS430 for like $10,000, $15,000. It'll last. As long as you keep oil in that thing, it will last forever. So that's neither here nor there, but so I'm not necessarily critical of Joyce Meyer, because simple fact is, if we're going to judge her by the fruit, well, the fruit of her ministry is that she took care of her kids, and she did what a good parent would do. These others with their jets and all this other stuff, I just shake my head and be like, is that what you really want to focus on? Because here's the bottom line. Just like I said in an earlier video, if Kenneth Copeland would sell one of his jets and use the money as a fund, he could either set up an endowment fund to pay all the teacher salaries at that Bible school, or he could even set up an endowment fund to set up a scholarship fund. I mean, are you going to invest in the future? Even if Copeland lives to 120 like he claims he will, he's still got more days behind him than he does ahead of him. So if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making this all possible. Please share the channel with friends. My goal is to end clergy misconduct, and we need to get the word out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.